In a quiet neighborhood in Amstetten, Josef Fritzl was a man most people barely noticed. An aging electrical engineer, polite stern, always a bit too controlling of his wife, Rosemarie. Nothing too alarming, just old-fashioned. But behind his home's neat facade was a secret that stunned the world. One April afternoon, a young woman named Elisabeth Fritzl walked into a hospital with a 19-year-old girl who was gravely ill. The nurses noticed something strange. The young girl seemed to have never seen sunlight. She was severely malnourished, barely able to speak. Suspicious police were called. Elisabeth then told them the impossible. She had been kept in a hidden underground cellar by her father Josef for 24 years. At age 18, he had lured her into the basement and locked the door behind her. He told the family she had run away and joined a cult. In truth, she was just meters below them. A prisoner in a soundproof bunker Josef had spent years building. He repeatedly assaulted her, resulting in 7 children, 3 of whom were raised above ground with Rosemarie under the lie that Elisabeth had left them on the doorstep. The other 3, and Elisabeth, lived in the dark basement, never seeing daylight, never going outside. It wasn't until one of the children, Kirsten, fell critically ill that Josef had no choice but to take her to a hospital. He allowed Elisabeth to go, under pressure, and that was the beginning of the end. Josef was arrested, the cellar exposed, and the world watched in horror. He was sentenced to life in prison in 2009. Elisabeth and her children were taken to a secure rehabilitation facility where they began the long, painful road to recovery. The house in Amstetten was sealed. Some wanted it demolished, others wanted it preserved, as a reminder of what can fester in silence even in the safest-looking neighborhoods. Sometimes monsters don't live far away. Sometimes they live right beneath our feet. The community stood divided, with some demanding the building's destruction, believing it to be a blight on their lives. Others argued for its preservation, a haunting reminder of the secrets and shadows that can lurk beneath a tranquil facade. The legacy of the past weighed heavily on the neighborhood, with whispers of what transpired echoing through time. Children played nearby, blissfully unaware as the shadows of history continued to cast their long reach over the present. At the town hall meeting, voices rose as emotions flared, each side determined to make their case. Stories surfaced, and the community, grappling with its troubled history, began to see how deeply the past could affect their future.